Welcome to day 8. Today we're going to be talking about Genesis chapter 25. It starts off with the story of Abraham having another wife named Keturah, and it goes on to tell the story of Abraham's death and burial, which he died at the age of 175 years old. He was buried in Machpelah, the same place where his wife Sarah was buried, and that's in the field of Ephron. The families of Ishmael and Isaac were also mentioned here on this chapter. Now Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah as his wife. Now Isaac pleaded with the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord granted his plea, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. But the children struggled together within her. And the Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb, two peoples shall be separated from your body. One people shall be stronger than the other, and the other shall serve the younger." So there were twins in her womb. The first one came out red, so he was named Esau. Afterward, his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, so his name was called Jacob, which means a supplanter or displace or overthrow someone by deceit or cunning. So the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter, but Jacob was a mild man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. So one time Esau came home from the field, and he was weary. And Esau said to Jacob, "Please feed me with the same red stew, for I am weary." That's why his name is Edom or Edom. Not sure how to pronounce it, which means red. But Jacob said, "Sell me your birthright as of this day." And Esau said, "Look, am I about to die? So what is this birthright to me?" Then Jacob said, "Swear to me as of this day." And so Esau sold his birthright. Thus, Esau despised his birthright. My takeaway or reflection is how Esau sold his birthright because he gave in to the desire of his flesh. He was so weary, so hungry. He said he was going to die. He was exaggerating it. Obviously, he wasn't really going to die, especially coming from me, who's a medical professional. I know when a patient or a person is dying. So he was probably like hungry, like, "I'm so hungry, I need a donut," or something like that. But he wasn't that hungry to the point of death. So we see here that he will later on regret what he did, and we have lessons to learn here. As Christians, we have to crucify the flesh, its desires. We have to be disciplined. I like this quote by Epictetus. He says that first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. To me, I want to become like Jesus, and I know very well that Jesus overcame all temptations. He was very disciplined. He was unlike Esau, who fasted for 40 days and did not give in to the temptation of his flesh. Jesus said in Matthew 26:41, "Watch and pray so that you don't fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Paul tells Timothy in 1 Timothy 4, verse 8, "For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come." In Hebrews 12, verse 16 to 17, it talks about Esau, how he was referred to be being godless and immoral. "See that no one is sexually immoral or is godless like Esau, who for a single meal sold his inheritance rights as the oldest son. Afterward, as you know, he wanted to inherit this blessing, but he was rejected, even though he sought the blessing with tears. He could not change what he had done." Hebrews 12, verse 16 to 17. Galatians 5:24 goes on to say that those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. So, although this is only one chapter, it shows how we can be very stupid in making rash decisions, and I have my own story about those things too. But we don't have to be like that, and the Bible is written for us so that we won't, hopefully, not repeat the same mistakes that they did. Because if we were to learn everything through experience, it might take us hundreds or thousands of years for us to be straightened up. So thank God for the Bible that we don't have to go through all the mistakes. And that's wisdom when we learn from them. And that's my takeaway for today. Thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate you. My hope is that you would read the Bible yourself, and please take good care of yourself. Bye.